Okay, just wanted to jump on here and go live. This is going to be the first of many. I think if any of you guys are familiar with me, I was doing lives on Facebook and Instagram for almost a year straight. Every day I would go live, and during that time, I would talk about things that I learned in my day, talk about maybe some trials that I was going through or some things that I was dealing with, and kind of some of the ways that I worked my way through it or out of it or failed at it. But basically, it just became a vehicle for me to get things out there. And some people found it helpful. Some people, I guess, didn't find it helpful. Some of you will find this helpful. Some of you won't find it helpful. Probably most of you won't find it helpful. But these are just going to be some of my ramblings, not that much different than what I was putting out in terms of content before on Instagram or Facebook. Right now, we are on YouTube Live, so I'm switching platforms, switching things up a bit. Kind of felt the social media space kind of had me confined to my social group. I wanted to share content that was more public and accessible outside of my reach. So I'm definitely looking to expand my reach. I feel like there is a need out there to give people strategies in order to see how they're able to connect with their community. I think that connecting with your community, regardless of what your goals are, is perhaps the most important aspect of reaching your goals in any of the areas that you might be looking to achieve them, whether that's career, whether that's spiritual, whether it's education or business. If you can really plug into um, a social group, depending on where you're trying to head, that connectivity is usually greater and more effective at helping you reach your goal than any degree, any certification, any amount of education, and sometimes even experience. And so um, there's kind of this fulfillment that happens when we pursue our dreams and our goals and see it as a team sport because it provides us with community. So regardless of what somebody does, like somebody goes to war, and oftentimes when somebody goes to war, it's not the battles that they talk about so much or the reasons that they went to war that they talk about so much. It's the people that they went to war that they talk about so much. Even when you look at the interviews of retired sports stars, NBA players, NFL, NHL, um, it's often the individuals that they went through their careers with that they often reminisce about. And I found the same thing with sailing. I love sailing, and but the thing that I got better than sailing was the people that I met along the way. And so, just keeping that in mind as a perspective to have, that it's really going to be the people connection that you get out of whatever experience it is that you're pursuing, then you can kind of adjust your framework accordingly. So it becomes, how do I connect with people in the space that my victory lies? So how do I build a network within the spaces that I want to pivot into? And that can be really challenging, especially when it's a new space. You don't have the confidence, you don't maybe have the experience, you might not have the education or the credentials. And so connecting with individuals within this space can be really intimidating. And so I can help train you how to lead with authenticity and kind of a spirit of learning. That posture is infinitely valuable when you're trying to get into new spaces that you might not be familiar with. So, you can kind of think you have to fake it till you make it, and that's incredibly problematic because it's very difficult, if not absolutely impossible, to fake it around people that are not faking it. And so, there's strategies to build your credibility within a circle of experts in which you are not the expert. And people don't talk about this enough, but it's those conversations, those difficult conversations, and your posture in them that's going to be the deciding factor often behind whether you're successful in an industry. And so this is, I guess, a little tidbit fact, but there's more to come. I just really wanted to come in here and introduce myself and say that this is the relaunch of the channel, and you should be hearing from me on a regular basis. If you're hearing this, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.